Hello, welcome to the alternate point of view. My name is Tracy Lee, and today I want to say thank you so much for everyone who has been tuning in and watching this channel and subscribing. And thank you to my members. I appreciate you all so super bunches. And I just want to say again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos. And I want to talk about what a lot of people are talking about right now and what is blowing up TikTok, and that is Austin Metcalf and the tragic taking of his life by Karmelo Anthony at a high school in Frisco, Texas, here in my home state. And I want to talk about this because I have been on TikTok, which I always say I think is the devil. And here's one reason why I do think it is the devil. Because, y'all, there is so much racism. Holy moly, the amount of racism. And TikTok, I do believe, drives that quite a bit. And I just want to say, we have forgotten that we are humans first. And this is a huge example of that. You guys, a child lost his life. Austin Metcalf is no longer on this planet. And another child, what color he is does not matter. At this point, it really just doesn't matter. Another child took his life. Okay. And I just want to say what I'm seeing on TikTok is making me absolutely disgusted. Um, this is not a race issue, y'all. This just isn't. This is an issue between two young men who clearly had a disagreement about where another young man was sitting. I don't care. It was clearly like a turf situation. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was said. It's very vague on the conversation that was had between Austin and Karmelo. Apparently, Austin told Karmelo to get out from underneath their tent. He didn't want them sitting underneath his school's tent. It also doesn't matter who started the conversation. I'm seeing a lot of victim blaming. And this is something that I see a lot of people doing whenever there's a crime that people don't agree with. Okay. This happened, as I'm going to continuously talk about, in the Samantha Wall trial. The prosecutor blamed her for her own death. And I see this happen a lot, as we see in a lot of assault cases with women. Oh, her skirt was too high. Oh, her shirt was too low. There's a lot of blaming of the victim. And this isn't, regardless. And they're saying that Austin was a bully, and his brother and Austin, they're both bullies. This is irrelevant. Somebody lost their life. And I see a lot of people saying, what was Karmelo doing with a knife at the school? What was he doing with a knife at the school? And then a lot of people are defending Karmelo and saying, oh, well, this was self-defense. Again, I'm going to say this at the end of the day. Someone lost their life. Austin is no longer on this planet. And it's not about race, y'all. It's not because Austin decided to go up to the black kid and harass the black kid at the track. No. This, at the end of the day, whatever the issue was, it started out, according to allegedly, I don't know, because here's another thing. A lot of people are speaking without evidence. I don't have evidence. I have zero, zip, zilch. I'm going off of what people are saying on TikTok, which is highly offensive and disrespectful to both families. And this is my take, and this is the alternate point of view. So this is what my point of view is. And I am literally just speaking on what I'm seeing on TikTok and social media altogether. Austin, God rest his soul, has lost his life. Karmelo Anthony's family is also suffering because their child made a really stupid choice and took another person's life. And it does not matter if Texas has stand your ground. People need to stop judging what laws are. It does not matter what our stand your ground law is. Hush your mouth. What matters is Austin is no longer here. It does not matter if Austin is white. It does not matter if Karmelo is black. None of that matters. What matters here is, again, Austin is no longer here. And the evidence needs to come out. And the entire story needs to come out. And people need to stop throwing in racism. And people need to stop hating. And people need to stop just being so ugly about everything. And you know what? If Austin's family needs to raise money for his funeral expenses and their family, then that's what they need to do. And if they are on television saying that they have forgiven this child for what he did, then that is their complete and total right. And if Karmelo's family is on GoFundMe raising money for him because they need to raise money because they know it's going to cost a lot of money to defend this child and his poor choices, that is their right. This is a free country, y'all. And everybody's entitled to their own opinions, whether we agree with them or not. But what is very, very ugly is the fact that people are victim blaming Austin. Regardless. Now, again, I hear allegedly that Karmelo said, if you put your hands on me, or I dare you to put your hands on me, apparently there was a discussion, there were words exchanged, and obviously there was a physical interaction. I don't know. Again, I have no evidence, much like none of these people on social media have any evidence. Everybody is just using race as their bait, as their entire basis, foundation for this entire discussion. So I would really like for this video to be something that is based upon, again, my point of view, really about the videos and the social media anger and hate that is being driven about these two boys and the disrespect that's being given to these families and the disrespect that's being given to a child. Like, at the end of the day, Austin was a 17-year-old kid and Karmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old kid. Like, I don't know if you guys have forgotten what it's like, or if you are a parent, what it's like to be a parent, or to understand what it was like to be a teenager. I understand that, maybe we weren't out stabbing people, or we weren't out, but we did make some pretty stupid choices and we weren't always the smartest. But I mean, have some dang respect. Have some self-respect. The things that I have noticed on our social media craze and the things that people are so quick to whip out there on social media is just pure racism. It's just pure hate. I mean, I have noticed this simply because I posted a video on TikTok to just test the algorithm and test people's temperature, and realized Black people, y'all are not the only one that suffer racism. I have been called so many names this past week on TikTok by Black people. I've been called a paper plate, yellow. I don't even want to get into all the names I've been called and how racist I've been told I am, just because I pointed out the racism on TikTok. And also, by the way, Koreans are the worst people on the planet right now. So, that's what I'm told. And then to throw this out there and to just demonize this child's death and to say what y'all are saying, and we don't have all the evidence. That's not fair. Let this family mourn in peace, and let Karmelo Anthony's family sort through this disaster and try to understand what happened, because this is not fair. We have a justice system and we have an innocent until proven guilty system. And I just want to remind y'all of that. I don't know how many people actually will watch this video or will pass this video on or will like this video or comment on this video, but I hope that it sees some people. So I hope that y'all will understand the reasoning, but I will tell you this, TikTok does not know reason, because I did post something similar like this on TikTok, and I got so much hate and so many things, comments that were said to me that were just completely and utterly racist, because they want to continue to drive the hate and the divide, and they want to continuously make this about race. And at the end of the day, people are forgetting that we are humans first, and a child lost his life, and another family is also suffering. So, two families have been affected, and two schools have been affected. A community, entire communities have been affected by this, and now a whole country, because everyone has put themselves into this mix and tried to claim that their entire race has been affected. No, no, you haven't. This actually is something that happened between two teenagers, and we don't know exactly what happened, because actually it's been pretty evasive about what happened. And actually, Karmelo asked if this kid was okay, because he did. He admitted what he did, and he didn't know to what degree. And they're charging Karmelo with first degree. And I think they're charging with that because he brought that weapon to the school campus. And I'm guessing because you don't bring a weapon if you don't intend to use it. I don't really know or understand the basis for this charge, but I think it's sad. I don't know the entire story, so that's why I'm not speaking on it like a lot of people are on TikTok. But what I am saying is that this is a horrific, horrific situation. I'm not going to call it a crime because I don't know the entire story. I don't know the evidence. And I don't believe people should be speaking on something unless they have the evidence. But what I do know is someone lost their life and families are destroyed. And for people to be saying the ugly things that they're saying is rude and disrespectful. So I believe my point of view is that we need to show a little bit more respect and just be a little kinder and be a little nicer about this situation. And until we have a court date set and have a little bit more information besides what people are putting together out of their own emotions and imagination, that's what we should be doing. And that's my point of view on that. So I appreciate you all watching, and I hope that you will pray for all the families involved in this situation, and that you will understand that there's a lot of people lives and just everything, a lot of people at stake here, and a lot of emotions and things running, and understand that our country is so divided and people are so divided, and if we continue down this path we're going to stay that way. And you can't compare apples to oranges. I see a lot of people comparing this to Kyle Rittenhouse. That's not the same thing. They're nowhere near the same thing, y'all. And just stop hating and stop being keyboard warriors. That would be awesome. And respect that someone lost their life. But I would love to hear your opinion in the comments. I'd love for you to please like and share this video. And I appreciate everybody's point of view. I think it's awesome. And also, if you've ever heard the term paper plate before, let me know, because that's a new one for me. I've heard all the other derogatory terms for Koreans and Asians, but I've never heard paper plate. So let me know that one in the comments below. So yeah, but again, send your prayers to Austin's family, and also send your prayers to Karmelo's family, because again, a lot of people are affected by this tragic incident, and I just think that we should be kinder and understand we're all humans first, and not to see people's race. That'd be amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.